Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Corey the Man. We back in here. Just 1 second, y'all. Let me know how y'all feeling about let me know how y'all feeling about the screen overlay. I just got it. It's like the GTA screen. I was like, bro, that's cool. They got it on here. I was like, already? Like I gotta get it. But I'm just over here just setting some stuff up. Just give me 1 second and we can get the video started. Okay. I got that out the way. Let's just do a few more of these. And we good to go. So let's get right to it. Let's go over to the screen. Just the live screen. Here we are. I didn't know if the background image was gonna stay how it is right now, but it did. It's a game capture screen, but it still holds up. What? I think we're ready to get into it. So let's go. Before we get into it though, I want to add a chat, 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 oh, chat bots. Sorry, I was stuttering, wasn't I? I was like chat, 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 chat. Let's see. I gotta make sure. Look, there we go. I'll be trying to make sure I look down every row. I want to make sure I edit the chat bots. So chat bots, edit source. Okay, I guess it just added on its own. That's alright. Then I want to get one of these tip viewer counts. Okay, let's see where it's at. Wait, here we go. Add source. Mystic Force. Okay. It's loading up like the settings for what I need. I'm just click what the fuck is Trovo? I don't know what Trovo is. What's that, like alternate source? Mystic Force? Like what's going on with that? Now we gotta move this out the way. Alright, up here is nice. Oh, we got 3 viewers in here already. 2, 3. Okay, it's going up and down. Let's get right to the video. I want to see what's right here. I want to see what they talking about. The video was 18 minutes, but maybe it'll go quick. I was looking at the home. I mean, not the home screen, the video down below.
Save up to $200 on unlocked Google Pixel 8 phones at Best Buy.
Not her. It was like a voice coach or whatever.
DAZN's Arrival fight schedule is here. Unleash your December with.
So we got 6 people in here. That's what's up. Let me know how y'all feel about the screen overlay. It's looking good, ain't it? Oh, I thought my stuff was froze. I was looking at it, I was like, what's going on? Let's see what they talk about. Is it rumors and news?
As tonight's show will see plenty of action during its 2 hours, and according to recent teases, should see the return of AJ Styles, who hasn't been seen in months. Visitors to WWE.com have been greeted with a notification encouraging them to tune into this week's episode, and the Phenomenal One is featured prominently in advertising. Styles has been conspicuous by his absence since the September 22nd episode, when he was ambushed by the Bloodline during their feud with John Cena. Until he appears on TV, though, it remains uncertain whether Styles will return tonight, but his situation
is certainly ignited the curiosity of fans. In another match with the Bloodline. We need to stop that, bro. I'm getting tired of this weirdo.
And 2 U.S. title tournament matches with Bobby Lashley versus Karrion Kross and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar. As for Styles, his return would certainly be
I wish they didn't put Dragon Lee and Santos in the same match. back to back.
On March 1st,
I want my
2021,
boy
Bobby
Sam to win
Lashley
though.
finally became a WWE
I'll
World
be mad if
Champion,
he doesn't.
something that many
I
fans
won't
feel
do
should have
nothing. I'll
happened
just
during
be
his
mad.
first run, and had a second run with the gold in 2022. Now it's been close to 2 years since Lashley held a world championship in WWE, and while speaking to Steve Fall of Wrestling News, the Almighty advocated for another run. He said, "I'd like another world title run. I'm in great shape. I'll work my ass off. I'm building a team. I work with other people, having good matches when I have an opportunity to have matches, but I think that I should and could have another good title run." Lashley's second run as champion ended at WWE Elimination Chamber 2022, and the Almighty would have been taken out of the match due to an injury and never actually pinned. Lashley never even received a rematch for the title, which is now part of the undisputed WWE Universal title held by Roman Reigns, so it's easy to see why Lashley wants another shot. But what do you make of this? Would you like to see another World Championship run for Bobby Lashley? Sound off in the comments below.
I'll be okay with it.
When
As long as
AEW
it's the
parted
World
ways with CM
Championship,
Punk,
not the
Bryan
Universal.
Danielson was part of the committee that was advising Tony Khan, and this is one of several roles that the American Dragon has. In addition to being an on-screen talent, Danielson also works backstage, and now the former world champion will be laying down the law when it comes to social media. Speaking on Fightful's The Hump, Sean Ross Sapp explained that Danielson is now fining AEW talent based on their social media conduct, and that a handful of talent have already been fined. It wasn't stated what exactly will lead to an AEW wrestler getting a fine, only that Danielson is monitoring what talent say online and is prepared to dish out fines to offending parties.
Damn.
Bryan Danielson is
That's
one
crazy.
of the most well-liked names in AEW, but that could change now that he's fining wrestlers, and we'll have to see if talent watch what they say from here on. It's been over 2 years
Watch out,
since
Chris
Andrade
Jericho.
El Idolo
He be
debuted
saying
for
a lot.
AEW, but despite a
Miro,
high-impact arrival,
Andrade.
many feel his run with the company has been somewhat lackluster. Andrade has held no championships in AEW and has rarely even had a chance to compete for gold, and now his time as an AEW star may be coming to an end. During Wrestling Observer Radio, it was explained that Andrade's contract will expire soon, and it is possible he'll leave in order to try and get back to WWE. Andrade would be a great prospect for WWE as he has a ton of talent, and returning to WWE would allow him more time to spend with his wife Charlotte Flair. Andrade did very well during his WWE NXT run when Triple H was in charge of the Gold brand, and with the game now running creative on the main roster, this could be what leads Andrade to return. It's been rumored for some time that Andrade wants a WWE return, with reports last year that he was trying to get fired from AEW with a backstage fight with Sammy Guevara in order to go back. Whether Andrade becomes a WWE superstar or not, time will tell, but what do you think should happen next for him as his AEW deal continues to get closer to expiring? For some time now, somebody in a devil mask has been making life hell for MJF, with speculation running rampant as to who this mystery figure and his henchmen are. Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Jack Perry have all been named as potential devils, with MJF even accused
I don't
for
care about
neck
AEW.
surgery. Strowman was recently cleared by his doctor to lift weights, and the bones in his neck are fusing nicely, and could we be seeing the former Universal Champion back next month? Speaking with News 18, Strowman was asked about his recovery, and while he hopes to be back for the Royal Rumble, it isn't his call to make. He said, "You'll know when I'm back, just know that. I don't know yet. If I could be back in the Rumble, that'd be great. But like I said, I'm at the mercy of the doctors and what they say. I'm listening to them because this was a very serious injury that I had, so slow and steady as the process on the company is so supportive behind me and stuff. So it's an unbelievable blessing to be able to continue to work, do what I love, and get the output and reaction on people's faces." In the same interview, Strowman was asked about whether he'll be a single superstar upon his return or continue tagging with Ricochet, who recently returned from a concussion. He said, "Anything. I love the opportunity to work, tag team stuff, and that's what my big thing is. I don't like people gang up on other people because I've dealt with that my whole career of having to fight multiple people at a time. So when I see somebody who's in distress and can use a hand, why not lend two of the biggest in the world out to them? So I had a lot of fun wrestling with Ricochet, seeing that we're completely two different human beings and we're somehow the same species." Strowman returned to WWE in September 2022, but this injury has been a major setback, and we're wishing him the absolute best on his recovery. Tomorrow night, NXT will host its Deadline event, but due to a serious back injury, Wes Lee will not be a part of this show or
Yeah, I
any
think
shows for the next 8 to
Dominic will
12
take on
months.
Wesley.
He emotionally
Dragon Lee.
explained the situation on this week's NXT, which comes as a massive blow to the young
If
superstar,
Dragon Lee
and
wins the
pulling him was an
championship, then
unfortunate decision for
he can lose
NXT
the
head
match
Shawn
tonight.
Michaels. Speaking on the NXT
I feel like if he
Deadline
loses
media
tonight,
call,
yeah, he probably
Michaels was
gone.
asked about Lee and said that the decision to remove him from the show was made at the last minute. WWE and Lee were holding out hope that he'd still be able to compete at Deadline, but added that Wes has been struggling for some time and needs to take the time off. The decision for Dragon Lee to replace Wes was made in less than 24 hours before NXT. The Heartbreak Kid is pleased to have Dragon Lee back in NXT despite the unfortunate circumstances. As for Wes Lee, we can only send the popular superstar the very best, as one of NXT's brightest stars won't be competing for a very long time to come. Since Survivor
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Series, fans
Dragon
have
Lee
been
probably
clamoring
gonna
to see
win.
more of CM Punk in
Since they say he
WWE,
could go back and win
while
the
he'll be at
championship,
tonight's SmackDown,
he was
will
never
Punk
able to
also be
get.
appearing for NXT. During the Deadline media call, Shawn Michaels was asked about Punk and said how Triple H made his return happen, before joking that Punk should return the favor and appear for NXT. CM Punk wasn't the only notable name Michaels was asked about, as he also spoke about Becky Lynch's recent NXT run and had high praise for the man. Michaels said that Lynch had a genuine desire to elevate the NXT women's division as a whole, and appreciated Lynch doing just that with humility, professionalism, and class. Shawn also pointed out that Lynch had a positive impact on NXT's ratings as well as creatively, and that she made the time for everyone in NXT, earning her plenty of respect. When asked about Mackenzie Mitchell,
Maybe.
Michaels said he had no insight or input into the decision to let her go, adding that Mitchell will always be a part of the NXT family. Her release
I think
came
she
as a
was a ring
surprise
now.
to the show's
Me,
offer,
comments,
and while Shawn said that there are
backstage
overlapping roles and
interview.
changes happening,
There we go.
he mentioned that the door remains open with WWE. He recognized her departure as a loss to NXT and expressed that they will miss her greatly, but stressed the need for the machine
Happy
to
to
keep
see the
rolling.
T Alliance back.
Ultimately, WWE NXT will keep rolling no matter what, and now Michael's focus is putting on an excellent show this Saturday at Deadline in Bridge.
Oh, what's her name? Kalani Jordan? Oh, she wins. Maybe she gets to face the NXT
Since
champion.
joining AEW in
She'll probably
2019,
end up
Jon
losing.
Moxley has been one of the most active
But
bleeders in the company.
opportunity
with his
nonetheless.
Use of the red viscous liquid becoming a joke among fans. According to some, Moxley can hardly go through a match without deciding to blade, but the former WWE and AEW World Champion had some strong words about his bleeding. Sitting down with Chris Mueller of Bleacher Report, Moxley was asked about his bleeding and made it clear that it is his personal form of expression. He explained, "As far as like my own I just do whatever the fuck I want at the moment. If I stop doing it and do a fucking spinneroonie in the middle of the match and take a wrench and gouge my fucking head open, it's cause I felt like fucking doing it. You can't tell me what I did was wrong. I didn't agree not to. It's just a form of self-expression. It's what I felt like doing. It's what wrestling is to me. Whatever I'm gonna do, it's whatever I'm gonna do in the moment. I don't know what that is. It could be anything." Jon Moxley is currently one of the leaders of the AEW Continental Classic with 9 points, but will face Swerve Strickland, who also has 9 points, on next week's episode of Dynamite.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We wouldn't be surprised if Moxley blades
I
against
don't
Strickland.
care.
And what do you make of his use of blading and his comments? Let us know down in our comments very soon. Now, it was in October 2014 that Gabby Tuft last competed in the ring, but now the former WWE superstar is open to a return to the ring. Speaking during an
Isn't he
interview
a
with
female
TV
now?
Insider, Tuft was asked about wrestling again and was open to the possibility, saying, "I wouldn't be opposed to it. I did put my foot back in the ring for the first time in 11 years recently. I went down
If
to the
that's
Rhodes
Tyler-
Wrestling
I
Academy
think
under Dustin
Tyler
Rhodes,
Rex,
Goldust.
he
I texted
went
him and
through
said that
some
I would love to come
transformation
down
to be
and
a
stick my
female.
foot in the ring. He said to come down. It was an incredible feeling to be back in the ring. Since I did that, there's been a huge resurgence and feeling
Yeah,
for what
probably
I
not
love.
even Tyler Rex.
I had open heart surgery
Probably
in
someone
July
else with
2019, and I
dreadlocks.
said to my
There's a
doctor,
couple of them.
"Hey, review my scans. Am I clear to wrestle if I want? I'm hoping to hear back this week to see if I'm 100% clear. If that's the case, very shortly I may resume training." While Tuft hasn't competed since 2014, the ex-superstar has been active and currently works as a fitness model and coach.
Yeah.
As to whether we'll see Tuft back in the ring, that remains to be seen, but in an era where several wrestlers from the past have made returns, a comeback for Tuft remains a possibility. For years, Mike Santana was a regular on AEW TV thanks to his role in the Inner Circle, but those days are a distant memory for the veteran wrestler. Santana's last match on TV was a no disqualification win on the October 25th Rampage over his former ally Ortiz, but since then, Santana has been absent from programming. Taking to Twitter, Santana pointed out that he hasn't been booked on AEW programming in 6 weeks, but must have thought better as he quickly deleted the tweet. Despite deleting this post, Santana's comment caused quite the stir, and we expect Bryan Danielson will have a thing or two to say to Santana about his recent use of social media. Last week, Mackenzie Mitchell announced that she'd been released from WWE, with her departure coming as a surprise to many within the company. Mitchell was said to be well-liked, easy to get on with, and a professional throughout her WWE run, but now the company has found her replacement. On WWE.com, the promotion shared that Kelly Kincaid is set to take on much of Mitchell's responsibilities, and said that if you need a hard-hitting question asked, go to Kincaid. This addition to WWE's roster promises an exciting new era with Kelly Kincaid's talents at the forefront of the company's entertainment lineup, and we'll have to see how she does in her new role. If you've been online for long enough, you've probably encountered a fake profile claiming to be a famous wrestler who is messaging to ask for some money or maybe gift cards. These fakes are often easy to spot, as it'd be odd for a multi-millionaire like John Cena to need $50 for gas money, but this week, one married man got catfished in the worst way. In a viral TikTok video, a man and his wife are asked to swap phones, and things started off bad when the man got wrong about how long he and his partner have been together. When the wife went through the man's Snapchat messages, he found a series of flirty messages with an account claiming to be Liv Morgan, but it wasn't the actual WWE superstar. On Twitter, Morgan, the real one that is, responded to the video, and it was clear that she wasn't thrilled by the fake profile of her or the man's flirty messages to her imposter. Wrestlers, especially female wrestlers, are often the subject of imposters, and if the idea of a popular WWE superstar messaging you out of the blue seems too good to be true, odds are it probably is.
The highest art is beautiful.
I think I had some of the fake wrestler accounts try to follow me
For
on.
decades, Vince McMahon was
Insta
the
and talk to me.
unquestionable head of
I don't
WWE, and
really
whatever
respond.
he said went, though
But
that
that's
is
for
no
most
longer
people.
the case. With Endeavor now owning WWE, they are willing to look past some of McMahon's rules, including one that Vince took so seriously it was seen as his religion. On Wrestling Observer Radio, it was explained that the rule in question is about advertising on the ring mat, something McMahon was vehemently against during his time in charge. It was stated that keeping the mat free from advertisements was like a religion to McMahon, but that rule is no longer the case. Ultimately, Endeavor will do what they feel is best from a business sense, and that includes advertising where they feel is right, in another sign of who really is in charge of WWE today. Next week, AEW
Maybe
will host its
in
Winter
Endeavor
Wrestling
all
show in
across the
Arlington,
ring,
Texas, so
like
it's
in
fitting
a
that one of the greatest
diagonal
wrestling families
shape.
native to Texas
Like, it'd be
appear
cool.
on Dynamite.
Plus the
It's
little
been
logo
confirmed
on
that
the
Von
mat.
Erichs will be at next week's Dynamite,
Nice
and will be
touch.
represented by Kevin Von Erich and his sons Marshall and Russ.
Now he's still
Kevin
alive.
retired from wrestling in 1995, but came out of retirement for one more match in 2017 alongside his sons, who have been a tag team for over 11 years in various companies. It's great to see AEW recognize the legacy of the Von Erichs, and we're sure the family will have a great time back at a wrestling event in their beloved Texas. And
That's
we're
the
ending
last
with
one.
Ric Flair, who during a recent taping
Nah, I don't really care about AEW. But thank y'all for watching.